Hello playmates, bit groggy today, been to the dentist. So, just does anybody believe in guardian angels? Because I've got one. This guy spoke to me a few weeks ago. It's my Uncle Charlie. My Uncle Charlie, he's a guy that got torpedoed by a friendly fire, so to speak, from an Italian submarine in the Second World War. Friendly fire, as they call it. 2 weeks later, the submarine got sunk. Literally got sunk. Got torpedoed by Germans. But I'm going to show you some photographs shortly of my Uncle Charlie. Now they used to colour them in the old days. Now I'm going to be going further into this video in the part 2 version, because in part 2 I'm going to show you some letters from the King. Not the King that we've got now, the King from the Second World War, Queen's dad. And also I'm going to be showing you some artifacts from Uncle Charlie's ship that sunk. Some bits and pieces about, some letters from King. There's going to be some certificates and all sorts I'm going to show you. But first of all, I'd like to show you some photographs. Now, how they used to colour them by hand. The photographs of Uncle Charlie. Yeah, so I'll show you the photographs now. This is the man himself, Uncle Charlie. Now, there's a difference between that photograph and this photograph. It's the same photograph. This one's been coloured in by hand, and that one as well. Now, there might be some photographers out there that can explain how they used to do this. I believe they used to do it on the negative. But it's the same photograph, coloured in by hand, because they didn't have colour photographs in them days, 1940s, this was taken. So, that's the original there. It's in the old frame. Look at that old frame, look. Wow, that's where my auntie had it, this. She used to have it on her mantelpiece. That's it. Auntie Harriet were, well, she was my great auntie, but his auntie. There you go. So that's the coloured in version again of the same photograph. That's a bit bigger, is that one. Our Auntie Harriet's as well. Treasure, Uncle Charlie. Now, like I said, they used to colour it in a negative as far as I'm aware. But if anybody can put in the comments how they used to do it, it'd be nice. Just to show how it's done. Thank you. Now, my Uncle Charlie's was my mother's brother. Apparently, he used to spoil her when she was a child because she was an orphan. Her mother died giving birth to her. So she were, in them days, they used to adopt within the family. So basically, that's what happened with my mother. And my Uncle Charlie used to bring her stuff from all over the world until the fatal day that he didn't return. Yeah, he were a very nice bloke, apparently. Yeah, he was a good bloke. And also, he was very, very loyal to family. He did anything for family as well. My aunties and uncles, things like that. The only auntie I remember from that era was my Auntie Harriet, who died when she was 97 years old, sadly. Lovely lady, lived on her own, never been married. Yeah, so that's that, really. I'm a bit upset, I don't know why, talking about this. So Charles Sedgebeer Stevenson, unusual name is the middle one, Sedgebeer. He was, I don't know where it came from or anything, I don't know family history or anything, so it's an unusual name. Charles Sedgebeer Stevenson. He worked on the Empress of Canada steamship. He was third officer. When it went down, third officer, which is quite a job to have. he became, in my eyes, a hero, a war hero, because obviously his ship got sunk by friendly fire, so-called friendly fire, and he sorry about that, playmates. I get a bit upset. I don't know why I keep getting upset. Shouldn't have really, but there you go. Yeah. So it was the went down in shark infested waters. They reckon you're a good swimmer, but obviously you ain't got a prayer where it went down the ship. Just off South Africa, shark infested waters it went down in. Sadly, yeah. So he, like I say, was a good swimmer apparently, and he didn't survive. The ship, there's been a few Empress of Canadas. I think his was the first one, and it run by Canadian Pacific, I think it was. Yeah. So if you've got any questions, please ask them in the comments. Don't forget to ask questions in the comments. If I can answer them, I will. If I can't, I can't, because my mother's dead now as well. So yeah. So I'll show you the photographs now. Now, like I said, the photographs are coloured in. It's amazing how they used to do it in the old days. They're very, very clever at it. Because I don't know, it's not. Although colour photographs had been invented, they weren't very common in them days. But you'll be able to see the difference between a coloured in one and an uncoloured in one. Yeah. So. You'd think with me being an ex-entertainer, professional magician, I'd be making a better job of this, but I've got mental health problems. I've had 2 strokes, and that's why I slur my words sometimes. I'm not drunk or anything, it's just because I've had 2 strokes. And I've had a lot of crap in my life, which you don't really need to know about. But yeah, don't forget, if you need to speak to somebody, I've got mental health problems as well. If you never need to speak to anybody in the UK, there's a club out there called Annie's Man's Club. They meet every Monday night at 7 o'clock. It's a really good club to go to and get involved with. So if you've got mental health problems and you need to speak to somebody, it's good to talk. Make sure you do talk, because the alternative is not very good. Okay, there you go, quick advert for Annie's Man's Club. This is a letter from the Ministry of War and Transport from the 1940s. Now this is Uncle Charlie with the captain of the ship, and I presume he's the first officer or one of Uncle Charlie's mates in the middle. The captain's the one smoking the pipe, and Uncle Charlie was third engineer he was. So he was quite high up on the ship, and it was a steamship. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier on, it was a steamship. It was the SS Empress of Canada, the ship. There you go. Now this is Uncle Charlie with the captain of the ship, and I presume he's the first officer or one of Uncle Charlie's mates in the middle. The captain's the one smoking the pipe, and Uncle Charlie was third engineer he was. So he was quite high up on the ship, and it was a steamship. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier on, it was a steamship. It was the SS Empress of Canada, the ship. There you go. Now here's another letter from the British Tanker Company. They're still not sure what happened to him at this one. His ship. Like I say, you can freeze frame and zoom in on this to read it if you want to do. Anytime, but I will zoom in a little bit for you and let you have a look at what's what. There you go. If you want to read it, you can But also you can stop it from zooming and look at it right at the end. There you go. This lot will end up in the museum in Manchester. All being well, if you want it. That's it. As soon as I find the King's letters, I will do another video with the King's letters eventually when I find them. There you go. This is a war casualties letter. Now this letter here, it tells you about pensions, his last wages and things like that, about his wage rate and the claim from and everything. This is to his widow or to his family or whatever, whoever's left, but it was to his widow at the time, which is Auntie Doll. Yep, so there you go. I'll do a close-up. As I say, you can freeze it, there in full. You can freeze frame and read it, or you can zoom in on it and read it, and that, or I'll just go zoom in a little bit and just show you a little bit of it from here. That's it. So you can zoom in at any point and have a look at it. Freeze frame and zoom in. You have to excuse my belly rumbling a little bit. There you go. The paper's so flimsy and delicate and things like that, and it's also the little envelopes everything comes in. They're so tiny. There you go. This is an example of how fragile the little envelopes are that everything came in. This is from the Red Cross and St John's Ambulance, who was searching for him at the time when he went missing. It is postmarked. There you go. Can't make out what date it is, but there you go. It's postmarked. It's how fragile the little envelopes are and things like that. They're all coming in, look. So fragile and little dainty things they are. So serious. But like I say, this is an envelope where they're trying to find him. From a letter they're trying to find. I can't find the letter at the moment, but it'll be in part 2 of this, because there's 2 parts. It'll be when I find the King's letters and things like that and show you the King's letters as well. But yeah. That's that, there you go. This is Uncle Charlie as a lad. Very smart he is in his frame. Now this frame is very, very old and frail as well. Dodgy to touch, there you go. That's how frail it is. Very old frame it is. There you go. Now, Uncle Charlie were in a band. But I can't pick him out of the photograph. I struggle to pick him out of the photograph. But if you can pick him out, that'll be helpful. But in them days, there used to be postcards as well. There you go. It's a postcard as well. My dear sister was from my mother, Betty Wilkins. Betty Millward she was eventually instead of Stevenson. She started out at Stevenson, but she got adopted at birth because her mother died at birth, giving birth to her. There you go. She orphaned. So here's a scroll to commemorate Charles Sedgebeer Stevenson, 3rd Engineer, Merchant Navy. That's it, there you go. That's to prove that he existed and he died for King and country. There you go. And so I do have letters from the King somewhere. They'll be in part 2. There you go. I don't know what that stain is, but there you go. It's one of the things. It's very old. It's picked up a stain somewhere, but there you go. I don't know what it is, but it's probably tea or something that's been spilt on it, and a bit chocolate biscuit or something. That's it. Just take it out a bit. There you go. And also, it's mentioned at this place as well, Tower Hill Memorial. There you go. And he's also mentioned in the he's also mentioned on the I think it's Plymouth, where the Merchant Navy thing is as well. Now, my mother went to see it and she actually saw his ghost there, she says. And he says, it's been a long time since you come to see me, Betty. Then disappeared. So there you go. I don't know how true that is, but there you go. I think my mother makes things like that up. There you go. So that's that. There you go, the Empress of Canada, that's a ship. That's it. Along the edge of the ruler. There you go. Empress of Canada. Uncle Charlie's ship that sank. So, playmates, that's my war hero, Uncle Charlie. Like I said, he was a nice bloke apparently. I never met him as he died in 1943, but there you go. Yeah, so he was a smashing fella, and he, like I said, he's my war hero. But to all you that serve for this country, King and Queen, and Kings and Queen, God bless you all. Take care, playmates. See you later. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Ta-ra. Bye.